Hi, I'm Olivia, and this is my craft room. Okay, well, it doesn't really look like a craft room right now, but it will be a craft room by the end of this video. If you can't already tell, this room is actually an exercise room right now, as you can see with the treadmill and other various things behind me. But I figured that since moving back home from college, I might as well get a little bit more use out of this room and turn it into a craft room. This whole week, I'm going to focus on rearranging, redecorating, cleaning, moving out, everything that is in this room. So, those are the four things that I need to do. And today's day one. So, let's go ahead and get started with the first step, which is move. I'm going to move all of this stuff out of this room. Let's go. Well, what do you think? It only took me like 15, 20 minutes to do all of that. And I thought it was going to take me a lot longer. So that's a win. That's good. But I'm sure you can see the treadmill is still in the room. Being 5'1", I don't think I can move that completely by myself. So I will have to have my family or someone come help me take that down and move it into the garage where all of the other stuff went. Um, but yeah, now I think we're ready to move on to step two, which is cleaning. So let's go ahead and vacuum. All right, well, the entire floor is clean. I went ahead and dusted some of the walls too, because we just get a lot of cobwebs and dust in this room. And I guess probably because it's not used that much as an exercise room, but you know what? That's all gonna change when it's a craft room. I'll be in here most of the time crocheting or working on some project for Big Dream Crochet. But now that the floors have been cleaned and the walls have been dusted for the most part, I think it's now time to start moving in some furniture. So I'll go ahead and move my desk in, which I'm so excited for. My desk is currently in the living room. That's where I would do all of my pattern writing. But as you can imagine, that would get a little bit hard since that is like the common area for my family. So it'll be nice to have a little area back here that is just dedicated for my pattern writing and working on projects. But I will go ahead and move that in, and hopefully I can start putting things on the desk too. That would clear up a lot of the stuff that's behind the camera that you can't see. This side of the room is clean, but behind the camera, oh, that's a whole other story. So let's go ahead and move that desk into my room. So as it turns out, the desk is too big for the doorway that is right here. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but there's a doorway right there. And I was hoping to get the desk through that doorway because, as I said before, everything that needs to come into this room in terms of like boxes and decorations is sitting behind the camera, which blocks the other entryway. So okay, well, everything got moved in. I might have broken some of the little dowels, the little pegs that hold it together, but you know what? I still have the screws. So let's put this back together and hope that it stands up the right way. All right, well, the desk is in its place after I put it back together. The broken rods, I accidentally put one in the wrong spot, but you know what? It's standing. It's standing, and it seems pretty sturdy, so I think that's really all that matters right now. This is pretty much the main piece of furniture I have to put in here. There are some shelves that I want, and also like a little display clothing. Oh, it's like a hanging rack for your clothes, but I'm gonna put all of my crochet garments and stuff on there. So I think that is probably gonna go, I don't know, I think shelves should go in this spot right here. I need to take that sign down or at least move it to another spot. I think I want to put a bulletin board there instead, and I have some other wall decorations to go on there, but I think we're getting there. We're getting there. So hopefully I can deal with all of this stuff. Oh, you know what's gonna go above my desk? A pegboard. Do you know what I'm gonna do with the pegboard? I'm going to take the pegboard, put pegs in it, like it's supposed to be, and cake all of my yarn, and then put the yarn on the pegs so I have a yarn wall. I saw that idea from somebody on Instagram or Pinterest. I know it's been a pretty popular thing to do in your craft room or craft area. I really want to do that for this room. That's the plan. I just have to get a pegboard first and cake all of my yarn. So yes, let me deal with some of this stuff now and hopefully display my sewing machine, which I got a couple months ago, and I haven't even taken it out of the box yet because I knew that this craft room was coming and I wanted to wait for that. Let's get decorating. All right, so it's been day one. I think that I've made some good progress. I think the hardest part, as you heard, was getting the desk over here. But everything else was pretty easy that I just put in here. Yeah, I think I need to go through some shelves that I want to put in here and just clear them out, and also go through my garage and see if we have any other furniture or shelving that I can use in here. But for today, this was great progress, and I'll use the rest of the day to clear out those shelves and find more things that I need. Overall, it was great progress on the first day, and I actually think it's going to end up taking me a lot less time to put this whole room together than I originally thought. I thought that it was going to take me about a week to put everything together, but it might only take me half a week. All right, well, it is day 2 of moving the craft room. So, well, of doing the craft room, not moving it. So I think the last time I filmed, I had just finished like cleaning everything up, and I had to go through like my garage and these shelves to get them ready for their arrival in the craft room. And so that's what I spent this morning doing. Yep, I cleared off all the shelves, put everything that was on them in boxes, so I will have to deal with that later. But now it's perfect. I have the shelves at the right heights that I want to use them at, and the shelf is going to go right there against the wall. So I will have to move all of that stuff. I kind of feel like this whole process has just been me moving other stuff to put more stuff in its spot. Nothing has truly been put away. But you know what? When I get little boxes and everything and, just put things on the shelves, it'll be put away. So, like I said before, it's going to get worse before it's going to get better. So let's go ahead and move the shelves. Okay, so after a little bit of work, this is what the craft room looks like so far. Here on the rug are things that I need to deal with. That suitcase is in fact full of yarn. Like all of the pockets have yarn in them. There's other yarn accessories in there. And then this is just yarn. This is a little whip pile that I have. I honestly think that I need to frog everything in that pile because I have not touched it in over a year, and I could use the yarn to work on something else. You know, you gotta reuse it. And then right here are just decorations that I have. I'm waiting to put up decorations until we have the yarn wall right up there on that wall. That is where I'm going to store most of my yarn. And I'm anticipating it on taking up most of the wall right there, this section. So I'm just waiting to put any more decorations up just in case plans change or anything like that. The yarn wall has the utmost importance right now. So I'm just kind of waiting on that. And then I'll go ahead and give you a little shelf tour. So up there on the top shelf, I have, that's actually a memory foam mattress topper that used to be on my bed, but I got a new one. So I was saving this one so I could cut out any squares or shapes that I need to make cushions with, or just using padding in general. I've seen some like amigurumi stuffing made out of soft memory foam like that, so I was thinking maybe I could do something like that. I'm not sure, but I think it's useful material to have, so I saved it. And then right back there on the top shelf is just a little box of like seasonal crochet decorations that I've made. And then here, none of this stuff is going to stay on the shelf except for maybe the towel. And then these are just my finished crochet hats and beanies that I've made. I don't have anywhere to put them as of right now. I think I want to get a hat stand or some kind of hat holder to where I can put it on this rack over here where all of my other finished makes are. So I'm not entirely sure where the hats are going to go, but for right now I just have them there. And then here on the third shelf, I just have miscellaneous craft supplies, so bracelet making stuff, paint brushes, you know, just kind of whatever. And then here I have bags that I like to use when I sell any of my crochet goods, and then tons of markers and other writing utensils. Right here, this is my whip basket, or just things that I need to frog. Actually, these little squares are the very first squares I have ever crocheted. This is how I learned how to crochet, is just making a ton of squares over and over. So I'll probably do a separate video on talking about those squares. And then back here, this is my little sewing basket. If you open it up inside, I have all of my sewing needles, threads, that kind of stuff. This is my ball of Plarn plastic bag yarn that I was making at the end of college, so I didn't have to throw a bunch of grocery bags away. Right here, I just have my polyfill stuffing for whenever I make amigurumi. And then right here on this left shelf, this is all stuff for markets, except for that needs a home somewhere else in my house. All of this stuff right here is for my markets. So I have baskets right here. I got this cute little chair, which I think would be perfect to put like leggy frogs or other small cute amigurumi on. Then these are just little chalkboard easels that I could use to write prices, you know, that kind of stuff. And then in this sewing basket, this is all stuff that I've made to sell at markets. Well, most of it is. I have like my hand rollers and gloves in here. Most of the stuff in here is just cute amigurumi that I'm planning to sell, or like bucket hats that I've made for markets, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, hopefully everything in there gets sold. And then on the bottom here, this is just a tub full of miscellaneous craft stuff that I have. Then I have this cute little lap desk I like to use every now and then. And then in these bags are more stuff to be sold at markets because the sewing basket is full. All right, so I think the rest of day 2 is just going to be about working through this suitcase. Like, when I tell you that it is full of yarn, packed with yarn, it is, okay? It took me a while to get this thing closed because there is so much yarn in it. All right, even this top pocket right here is full of yarn. But a lot of this yarn needs to be like untangled. So now all I have to do is kind of sort through this and get a yarn winder. That's the next thing on my to-do list. Hopefully I can either get one in a craft store and I can just like go to the store and pick it up, or get one off Amazon where it has like 1 or 2 day shipping, because I really want to get all of this done soon. I will definitely share the yarn winder that I get, and I'll do a little review for you because I will be winding a lot of yarn. As you can see, I will definitely know the ins and outs of that little machine once it gets here. That yarn winder is very crucial to the next step that I have planned, which is making the yarn wall up there. So without that, I can't do too much, but I will still try and be productive and put things away and yeah, just get everything sorted out. So the next step of making the craft room is to make the yarn wall right here, which is where I can keep all of my yarn. All of my yarn stash is going to be caked up and put onto this yarn wall. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to go to Home Depot to get a pegboard and the other supplies that I need to make that yarn wall. I'll probably have to watch a couple of YouTube videos or something about something like that. But for now, it's just about the yarn. So enjoy this little compilation of me winding up all of this yarn and turning it into cakes. Well, it's like almost 2 weeks later from when I started filming this video. Yeah, it's been a while. I think the last clip I filmed was me caking all of my yarn, which I have since done and finished. And as you can see, it's all right there behind me. But on that day, I just lost the motivation to really finish this. And I was waiting on some, like a little photo booth setup I wanted to put in here, and then also making this yarn wall behind me. That required like going to Home Depot and getting all these tools. And yeah, I needed my dad's help with that one because I did not know how to do that or in what way to go about it. So we got all of that stuff in the same week, but then he left town for like a little trip. And so then I wasn't able to finish it until he got back. And then by then I was just like, well, let's just wait a couple of days. We'll do it on the weekend when we have time. And so then this last weekend, Memorial Day weekend, we were able to finish the yarn wall and put everything on it. Well, most of it. Yeah, this is all of my yarn stash that I spent like hours caking. So I finally put all of that on there. And the photo booth came. Everything is pretty much ready to go. The craft room is complete on my part. There are some things that me and my mom are going to share the craft room. So I've done everything that I wanted to include it in, so she'll have to put her stuff in later on, and then it'll be truly complete. But I want to show you what my part of the finished craft room looks like. So I'll go ahead and give you a tour right now and just kind of explain what things are and what their purpose is, and I hope you like it. Yeah, I'm glad that it is done, and now I can just crochet and work on my projects in peace in my little craft room. I'll definitely post pictures and everything on Instagram, so go ahead and follow me there if you haven't already. I post there pretty much every single day, at least on my stories, and I do share quite a bit of like reels and picture posts, you know, that kind of stuff on there. Yes, definitely follow me there to stay updated and see what my next YouTube videos are going to be and when they're going to come out, because that's where I will post it. But yes, enjoy this tour of the craft room. So starting in the little corner with my desk, right here we have the yarn wall that my dad and I put up. I know the yarn is not center. I did not know how much space all my yarn was going to take, so I just started in that corner, and I know I'm gonna have to move every single one of those pegs over so it's center. But this is my yarn stash, and then we have another pegboard up there. That's gonna be for my mom's yarn stash. She's a knitter. And here we have my desk. So I have my little travel kit. These are my diplomas. I just thought it would be funny to put them up in here because this is like my office. And then I have this little, my scrap yarn jar, I guess. It's actually a vase that I just used. And then I have these cute little, my desk friends and the brain that I crocheted. And then this is my BenQ light that was hashtag gifted. by BenQ. Here we have just all these little tools that I like to use for whatever projects. This is a jewelry dish holder that I decided that I would put little stitch markers in, and it's actually so perfect. Whenever I need one, I can just reach over and grab it. Yep, so I have all my tools here, things that I like to use, my sewing machine, which I've just started using again, and I love it so much. I realize how much I miss sewing and how much I like it. Then here, I just have a bunch of yarn in hanks that I need to put on a yarn winder and cake up so I can put it on the yarn wall with all the other yarn. But for this one, I need a Swift, which my mom has one, so I just have to bring it down here. I thought it would make good content, so I'm just waiting to do that. Then over here, I just have these shelves that I put together for this room with all sorts of stuff on it. I have all of my craft supplies, supplies for markets, miscellaneous things. And then over here in this corner, this is my hanging rack with all of my crochet garments on it, at least most of them. I do have some in my personal closet that I wear more often. Yep, these are all of my clothes. I just thought they would be so cute to display, and I know that the hangers are not matching. I have used like every single hanger in the house to hang all of my creations up, so until I get new hangers, that's just what it's gonna look like. And then over here, we have the photo booth setup that I got. I got this off Amazon. I'll definitely include an affiliate link for you because I really like it. I can't even like get it into the frame. It's pretty big. I think it's like 7 feet tall. But yes, I got that, and I'm planning to get a fabric from Joann's to use as the backdrop. And it'll be really nice because I have the window right here, so we'll get some good natural lighting to take photos. And then behind the photo booth, I have my tables that I'll be using for markets. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a sign I'm gonna use for markets too. But this is the craft room, and then there's an empty corner right here full of stuff that we're going through right now. That's where my mom's desk will go. This is the craft room. It's complete, and this is where I work now. Well, if you've stuck around the video this far, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. This is my first ever YouTube video that I filmed, and not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous to post it just because it's, well, kind of long. So thanks for sticking around through my like 20-minute video of my craft transformation. But I just felt like I had a lot to say and a lot to show you. I didn't want to, take away part of the process. I wanted to be real, authentic, and it just did take a long time to make this craft room due to motivation and just pure effort on how much stuff needed to get done. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead, subscribe, hit the little notification bell. That sounds so weird to say because I've watched so many other people say those things, but now I'm asking you. So wait, is this actually recording? See, I'm not a pro. I forgot that I hit the record button. But anyways, if you want to see some crochet tutorials, I have a crochet tutorial coming out next week for the sea glass top. I'll try and put a picture of it. I think I'm able to do that. I don't know. But right here, if I'm able to, or just fill the screen with a picture. That tutorial is coming out next week. It's actually really easy, even though it looks complicated. All you have to know is double crochets, chains, and single crochets. That's really it. I have that coming out next week, so go ahead and subscribe if you want to see that, and hit the notification bell because that's the next video I'm uploading, and you don't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next week.